What's going on with this deal between Microsoft and AOL?
Well, I didn't know that it was coming, so I think we're all scrambling a little bit on this news. Dina Bass over at Bloomberg actually broke the news, and then Microsoft announced after she went out. I think they were caught a little pants down about this. Essentially, Microsoft is going to take over AOL's search business and become their main technology component. So Bing will now power AOL Search. Yes, that's still a thing, turns out. I didn't know. And the company has also done some ad deals as well, and Microsoft is dropping about 1,200 employees onto AOL as part of the deal. So my company is getting a lot bigger with some former Microsoft guys. And I think that the rough gist, so far as I can tell by reading what I have so far, is that Microsoft is just not trying to do as much stuff as it did before. Like, why is it in the ad business? So why do that? Why not give someone else who has more dedication to that one specific cause a shot at doing it, and also maybe make some more money in the process? So that's the overall news. But there's some components with AppNexus, with programmatic ads in Europe and so forth. But I mean, the big deal is AOL and Microsoft are now very much in business together.
So, you were quick to point out in your article that Verizon just bought AOL, but Microsoft didn't really mention that at all in the blog post. I mean, do you think they were avoiding that fact?
No, my guess is this deal was in the works for the last 6 or 8 months. And so for all the verbiage, all the paperwork, it says AOL on it because the Verizon deal hadn't been either announced or completed. And then probably Verizon was like, yeah, this is still fine. So when all the stuff goes out, it still says AOL on it because that deal closed last Tuesday. That's less than a week ago. So it's really, I think just pieces are in motion. I don't think Microsoft will have any problems saying the word Verizon out loud. But this was pretty much an AOL deal. So I'm not too surprised they didn't say, Verizon subsidiary AOL. They just said AOL itself.
So does the move come with layoffs? Does the partnership come with some layoffs?
Well, every single person who's leaving Microsoft as part of the deal will have an AOL job offer. So my group is about to get quite a lot larger. Actually, AOL PR reached out to me and was like, your article's wrong. Can you correct that? Everyone gets a job offer. So there won't be any layoffs as part of this, which I think is an important thing, because if we were seeing the technology transfer and then people get fired, that would be a very different story. Instead, it's Microsoft essentially handing this off to AOL and saying Godspeed and go forth, and then also powering their search engine property as well. So it's not a mass layoff, it's a mass transfer.
All right, so it's part of like the slimming down, the Satya Nadella. We have these objectives: personal computing, cloud platforms, business productivity, everything else. Are we gonna see a lot of moves like this? A lot of like slimming down and spinning off parts of.
Well, it's 2 in 1 day, so you begin to wonder. But then you can ask yourself, what are they going to toss off next? And, I think that given the recent reorg, they jettisoned some very high-profile executives as part of that. That was about 2 weeks ago. So we're seeing a lot of these moves in quick succession, and so I would not be surprised to see another one. And you can now play the Silicon Valley parlor game of what will they sell and gasp with your friends. But, I mean, just given the pace and the messaging they're putting around this, that this is part of an ongoing strategy, implies I think we're going to see more. But, honestly, at this point, there's been enough that I think it's already been a big change without even anything more happening.
Right, we're going to get into the Microsoft Uber partnership in a second. But so personal computing, that includes, I presume, like Xbox and HoloLens and all that stuff.
Yeah, it does. So I mean, the PC part of Microsoft is still very, very important. Terry Myerson, actually, who runs Windows, in the most recent reorg also picked up hardware. So they're almost bringing those things together. So I think the definition of PC is now essentially anything that runs Windows 10, which is a pretty broad, diverse set of different devices.